In the previous class, we have discussed about the schematic atomic structure of elements. Hydrogen, 1 electron is shown in the K shell. Helium, 2 electrons in the K shell. Now, if we take for example sodium, number of electrons 11, 2 electrons should be shown in the K shell, 8 electrons in the L shell and 1 electron in the M shell. Now another example, consider sulfur. Number of electrons 16. So 2 electrons should be shown in the first shell, that is K shell, then 8 electrons in the second shell, that is L shell, and 6 electrons in the M shell. Now consider chlorine. Number of electrons 17. So 2 electrons should be shown in the K shell, 8 electrons in the L shell and 7 electrons in the M shell. Next consider argon. Number of electrons 18. So the configuration will be 2, 8, 8. 2 electrons in the K shell, 8 electrons in the L shell and 8 electrons in the M shell. So this is how you can arrange the electrons. We shall learn about valency. To know about valency, let us first consider the electronic configuration of few of the elements. Consider carbon. Number of electrons present is equal to 6. Therefore, the electronic configuration of carbon can be written as 2 electrons in the K shell and 4 electrons in the L shell. Now consider nitrogen. Number of electrons 7. So the electronic configuration can be written as 2, 5. Oxygen, number of electrons 8. So the electronic configuration is 2, 6. Neon, number of electrons 10. Therefore, the electronic configuration of neon is 2, 8. Sodium, number of electrons 11. So the electronic configuration can be written as 2, 8, 1. Now from the electronic configuration, we can find out the number of electrons present in the outermost shell. Now what are those electrons known as? The electrons present in the outermost shell are known as the valence electrons. So in the case of carbon, number of valence electrons is equal to 4. And how many valence electrons are present in nitrogen? It is equal to 5. Number of valence electrons present in oxygen is equal to 6. Whereas in neon, the number of valence electrons present is equal to 8. Sodium has 1 valence electron. Now consider neon, number of electrons 10. The electronic configuration is 2, 8. So number of valence electrons present in neon is equal to 8. We have one more element, that is argon. Number of electrons is 18 and the electronic configuration is 2, 8, 8. This element argon also has 8 electrons in its outermost shell. Neon and argon are therefore considered as chemically inert or they have little chemical activity. It is because they have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. So neon and argon are chemically inert or chemically inactive. Therefore, their combining capacity is taken as 0. It means argon and neon will not show any tendency to combine with atoms of other elements. So their combining capacity is 0 since they have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. But what about oxygen and sodium? From the electronic configuration of oxygen and sodium, it is clear that number of electrons present in the outermost shell is not equal to 8. Oxygen has 6 valence electrons and sodium has 1 valence electron in its outermost shell. Since the number of valence electrons present in these atoms is not equal to 8, they will be chemically reactive. So oxygen and sodium can be considered as chemically reactive and their combining capacity will not be equal to 0. According to Bohr-Bury's rules, we know that the outermost shell of an atom can accommodate a maximum of 8 electrons. Now consider helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. These elements are known as inert gas elements. It is because they are chemically inert or chemically inactive. Why are they chemically inert? Because they have 8 electrons in their outermost orbit. What about helium? Helium has 2 electrons in its K shell. The K shell is therefore completely filled. So this is the reason why helium is also regarded as an inert gas element. Now in inert gas elements except helium, number of valence electrons present is equal to 8. We know that the combining capacity of these elements is taken as 0. The combining capacity is also known as valency. So in the case of inert gas elements, valency is equal to 0. And how is the valency calculated here? It is equal to 8 minus number of electrons in the outermost orbit. In this case, it is equal to 8 minus 8, which is equal to 0. So that is how we get the valency of inert gas elements as 0. Valency can therefore be defined as the combining capacity of an atom. It shows the tendency of an atom to react with atoms of either same element or atoms of different elements. But why does an atom show a tendency to combine or to react with atoms of other elements? It is to attain a fully filled outermost orbit. What is meant by a fully filled outermost orbit? How many electrons can be present in the outermost orbit? It is equal to 8. 8 electrons can be present in the outermost orbit. If an atom has 8 electrons in the outermost orbit, what will be that configuration called as? It will be known as octet configuration. So how can an atom get octet configuration in its outermost orbit or outermost shell? There are 3 ways. By sharing electrons, or by gaining electrons, or by losing electrons.